Hey there you guys. So in this video, I'm just gonna kind of talk about, what's the purpose of my channel and what my channel is about and what's behind it and all that stuff. So yeah, and and the reason why I'm doing this video is because, well, today is the 9-year anniversary since I first started my YouTube channel, and it's I can't believe it's been 9 years since I first started my channel. Like, it just, still felt like it was yesterday. And yeah, it's just really just amazing how much my channel has grown in the past, almost a decade now. So yeah, next year will be the 10-year anniversary since I first started my channel. And yeah, it's crazy how much my channel has grown and how time goes by quickly when you're getting older. And yeah. So yeah, and I guess for the next year, when the 10-year anniversary comes, I might go live. But yeah, I kind of want to do something special, maybe just go live. But yeah, and also it's been, you know, and also 19 years ago, I first discovered YouTube. I think it was around 2006. I'm not sure the exact day it was, but I was like maybe 7 years old at that time when I first discovered YouTube. Like, my dad actually introduced me when we were watching videos about trains and all that stuff, and I was actually really amazed how you can like search up certain things on YouTube and you can find all sorts of videos about that. Like, for example, fire alarms, vacuums. You search videos on that and there's like tons of results, and it's really cool. So yeah, of course there are some inappropriate things on YouTube that probably shouldn't be allowed, but unfortunately, YouTube doesn't do anything. But yeah, like, you know, around somewhere in 2006, I first discovered YouTube, and like um you can like search videos up and watch certain videos that you like, and it's really cool. And yeah, that's how I started learning things. Like, how did I learn about vacuums, fire alarms, weather radios, and all that? Well, it's because I watched videos on YouTube and stuff. So yeah, I discovered it myself, and it's just really amazing. Like, I learned how to wire up a fire alarm, how to fix your vacuum cleaner, how it works and all that stuff. And yeah, it's really just amazing. So yeah, and then 10 years after I first started watching YouTube videos, I finally decided to create my own channel. So yeah, and it's been really amazing. Although there were some down things about running a channel, but most of the time it's been pretty positive. I've made some friends online, and um I've learned certain things and all that stuff. But yeah, so yeah, you know basically what I do on my channel is I share my hobbies and my interests on certain things that I like, such as fire alarms, vacuum cleaners. Like, you can see one of my favorite brands right there, the Shark Stratos Dual Clean, and of course the that Blue Hoover Whole House Rewind. And yeah, so yeah, that's basically what I do on this channel. I share my hobbies and my interests on things that I like, such as fire alarms, vacuums, weather radios, car washes, and all that. Because that's just what I do. And, I'm just going to make this very clear. I'm not the type of person who's here just to please people. I'm not a people pleaser. So, yeah, if you're looking to be pleased, then this channel's not for you. So, yeah, because I'm not here to please people. Because, yeah, I'm not the type of person that's here to get subscribers or views and stuff. Like, I personally don't really care about how many subscribers I have or how many views I get. I just don't. I'm just not the person who's here trying to get attention or trying to be famous and all that stuff. Because lots of times, people often do stupid and ridiculous stuff just to get views. And yeah, like certain challenges that, you know, they're trying to be famous and all that stuff. And I personally don't like that, so I'm not gonna watch that type of content because I don't like it. So I'm just gonna stay off of that platform. But yeah, because yeah, I'm just a simple person who's here just to share my hobbies and my interests, and not only do I do videos about my hobbies, but I also do videos on like to give some advice and suggestions and some certain common sense, to think, for things to think about in life and all that stuff. So sometimes I do videos on that. So yeah, and and I also do videos on like how to take care of things. Like sometimes I'll do videos on like, for example, how to, maintain your vacuum cleaner because lots of people don't really care about their vacuums too much. Like they just immediately assume that if the vacuum starts to lose suction, then they need to throw it away and buy a whole new one. When there's a simple fix they can do to make it last longer, and it's just really just mind blowing. Like, yeah, like, like I've had a friend of mine that had a vacuum cleaner that they were gonna throw away because it's starting to lose suction, but I asked them if they could bring it to my place and I could fix it for them, which I did. It was just a simple, clog in the filter, which I washed it and clean it out, and once it was clean, put it back in, and it looks like brand new. And the you know person was just very surprised and amazed how their vacuum looks like new, and they never really thought of that. So yeah, that's really most of the cases, when people throw away their vacuums, it's because it starts to lose suction when they don't realize that there's a clog in the hose or in the filter that needs to be cleaned or replaced, and they don't really think about it. So, yeah. So yeah. So yeah, that's basically what I do on this channel. Cause like I said, I'm not the type of person who's here just to please people. I'm not here to please others or to make everyone happy. So if you don't like what I do on this channel, then you can leave because any hate and nasty comments that I see will not be tolerated. So if I see any nasty and hateful comments, they're going to be deleted and you will be blocked because I'm not going to put up with it. So yeah, but yeah, even though I'm not here to please people to get views or anything, I appreciate to those who do enjoy watching my videos and are fascinated by my content. I really do appreciate that. Despite, with the tough times I was going through, back in early 2024 with the, with the what and all that stuff, which I'm not going to talk about too much. But yeah, it was just really just crazy and just uncalled for what happened, for what I went through back in 2024. And yeah, I mean, I can't change from what happened, but yeah, I can still just move along and just, learn to just ignore those people who just want to, put me down and, belittle me and all that stuff just because of what I enjoy. But you know what? Screw them. They're not important to me because I'm too busy focusing on my happiness and, my own life and all that stuff. So yeah, they're just, they're not going to affect me because I'm too busy focusing on my own happiness, and they're just, being sad, low life, miserable losers is what they are. But yeah, but like I said, I really do appreciate those who do enjoy watching my videos and appreciate it, especially to those who have been standing up for me and supporting me from the, from the craziness I was going through and all that stuff. And I really do appreciate that. And yeah. And one thing I will say is that, you know, I've had, because like, most of the people that were belittling me were average people that don't care about, underrated stuff like fire alarms and vacuums and all that stuff. But you know what? I don't care what they think. It's really none of my business of what they think of me. If they think I'm weird, then who cares? That's just who I am. And if you don't like who I am, then, tough luck. So, and I've had average people in real life, when I told them about my hobbies of collecting fire alarms, they were really amazed and fascinated by it. And even one of my neighbors gave me a PlayStation for free, which it was, I'm not sure where it's at, but it's somewhere on the shelf. But yeah, I'm not gonna get it right now because yeah. But yeah, it's wait, I think this might be it. Hold on a second. Yeah, this was but yeah, this was this pole station right here. This is the pole station that one of my neighbors gave it to me for free because he knows that I'm into fire alarms, and he decided to give me a free pole station, and that just shows that even average people can be very supportive and uplifting to you know my hobbies and all that stuff. And yeah, I mean I do like this pole station a lot. You may have seen in my system test videos, but yeah, it is missing a screw, so I need to find screw for it sometimes, but it still works. So yeah, but yeah, but like I said, I've had average people in real life that were very fascinated and amazed that I collect fire alarms as a hobby, and yeah. But yeah, I know that people are gonna think that I'm weird for collecting fire alarms, but you know what? Who cares? You know, that's just what I enjoy, and if people don't like it, well, too bad. That's their problem. Because I'm not gonna be someone that I'm not just to please them. I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing and do stuff that I don't want to do just to please people. That's not gonna happen. So, if anybody doesn't like my content, then just leave. Nobody's forcing you to watch my videos. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, I'm not gonna talk about too much because I don't want to bring negativity. But yeah, I really do appreciate to those who have been watching my videos and supporting me, especially from the tough times I was going through, and it just really just helps me. And yeah, but yeah, you know, YouTube is not really important to me that much. Sometimes I just take a break and just focus on my life outside because, this is just something that I do just for fun as a hobby. So I'm not here to please people or to get views or anything. I don't really care about how many subscribers I have or how many views I get because yeah, I just don't care. Like I know it sounds extreme, but I don't even care if my subscriber number went down to 0. I really don't care. So, I mean, I know it's not gonna happen, but yeah. But anyways, that's it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, it's really just crazy how it's been like 9 years since I first started this channel, and yeah. So I guess next year, which will be the 10-year anniversary, I do plan on going live for the 10-year anniversary since the start of my YouTube channel. Well, I've actually had this account like somewhere early 2015, but I didn't create a channel until this day 9 years ago. So yeah. So yeah, I was about to enter my junior year in high school at that time. So yeah, I was. But yeah. So anyways, hope you guys liked the video. So thank you all for watching.